everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World free live stream. We're back on today on the Edinburgh to Glasgow route. I literally, the first I loaded it up, I was like, what route should we do? I saw this one, let's just do this one. So we're doing this one, we're starting at Edinburgh and we're going to head over to Glasgow. So let's get the doors open, which looks like it's going to be on the left hand side. Set that to neutral. Headlights. Put them on dimmed. And I think that is... oh yeah, TMS as well. Get that on the train management system. We've got Luke, Ron, Joseph, Amanda, Xavier and Callum. Yeah, 365 today. Be about 50 minutes or so. Let's get all this in. 1, 2, I don't know, whatever you want to have it as. 8, 5, and then enter, log in, done, and it's still bugged. Let's have it on that. Cool. I think we're all good. Here we are. Passenger lights, they don't look they're on. Let's get them on. So we come down to this one. It's really dodgy using the controller to do this. Saloon lighting on. And let's get the doors shut and then off we go. Our next stop is going to be Haymarket. Right. Let's go. Hopefully the audio's alright though. Hopefully we'll get going. There we go. You was excited for this to come out and you're not so keen on this route as it's rushed. I don't know if it's rushed, because the last route they did was the Isle of Wight, wasn't it? Which was quite a while back in July. So I don't think it... well, it depends what else they've been working on, but I won't say it's rushed. Because they've probably been working on it since... I forgot to do that. They've been working on it probably since July time. But yeah, there are things with it which are a bit funny. Hello Evan, how are you? Making our way out of Edinburgh Waverley. I'm all good, Joseph. How are you? Bit of a rush, but we're getting there. Sometimes on peak time services there's no guards, but there's usually a guard on board. You prefer having a guard on board, it just makes me and maybe others feel safe. Yeah, exactly. Trains without guards are a free-for-all. Not really, Evan. Well, I guess, but not really. I do want to play it. Might as well just something a little bit different. Hello, Jackie. Hello, CEO. How are you? I need to spam Jackie, that's only going to get you in trouble, like it has. That was a silly thing to do. We're only 4 coaches for this trip. You've got the car swap there on the left. Yeah, guards should be on every train. Well, maybe not every train. Maybe not like metro type trains, but, you know, sort of regional ones, yes. The amount of fare evade he does on 700s is just unreal. Cool. You went on a Gatwick Express 387 and you were surprised there was no guard on board. Yeah, sometimes they don't have people on board, I think between Gatwick and Brighton. And the other day there was, but no, yesterday. What was that? I don't know, it might have got off. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Poor customer service when there's no one on. You're making yourself a chicken quesadilla, nice. He was in Edinburgh yesterday and saw a few of these, awesome. Nicely, well, they're too much. I'll be alright for now. And there's no stop markers here, so it's just sort of just when you're on the platform. But this is probably around now, so we just put the minimum brakes on. Maybe a little bit more than minimum. Tad more actually. Here we are. It's great, isn't it, Evan? It's very good. And the last sort of couple of American passenger routes have been great. Harlem line, that was fantastic, and well, this one, Northeast Corridor, New York, Trenton, both very good. I don't think there was any passenger routes in between that, or was there? I always forget now. So there's so many routes. It's like one came out then and then. No, I think it was Harlem, yeah, back in April time, and yeah, Northeast Corridor now. Right, Linlithgow next. Let's go. I've got to do the guard buzzer. Oh well. It doesn't do it in the game anyway. And we're off. Edinburgh Clark, we've already gone past Xavier. Yeah, that was just as we were coming out of Edinburgh Waverley. It was up on the hill to the left of us. There we go. And off it goes. Yeah, we're in Haymarket already. Let's get that up. It's quite a quick journey over to Glasgow. I see, Callum. That's got a good benefit then, if working for the bus company gives you paid for travel. Not bad. And start speeding up, it's quite quick. It's not a slow route. I mean, it feels quite slow, but it's not. In the 385, there's the Murrayfield Stadium. Hello, Sam. How are you? Oh no, it was Cajon Pass, wasn't it? Yeah, Harlem, Cajon Pass, then now Northeast Corridor. Hey, 16 months, much appreciated, Daniel. It does go quickly, very quickly. Too quickly. Up to 100. That's nicely going up. And it comes down to having 80 when you go over that big viaduct, which is along here somewhere, past Edinburgh Park. Wonder if we'll see any trams. Also have an up to on this Sunday evening. Got a mundane Sunday evening. Not really much. It's all cloudy and grey out there. Miserable. And it's cold as well. Where are the trams? I doubt we'll see one. We might though if we're lucky. Keeping an eye out. Might see a tram. Can you use class 66 on this route for one service? Yes. It's an RHTT service just past Falkirk High from Edinburgh. No trams just yet. Any wait in there? Oh, that might be one there. Is that one there? No, nothing. No trams. Hello, LaserJet, how are you? Lovely. Yeah, it's a long old stretch to Linlithgow. Lovely, Amanda. We're playing this route at the moment, nice Auckland. Yeah, we haven't been on this route in a little. When was the last time we actually were on this route? Let's have a look. It was a little bit. Let's see, Edinburgh. Last time we were on this one was February the 4th, so it's been, well, I suppose near enough exactly a month since we've been on this route. But I think I did actually uninstall it for a bit to get all of the other bits and bobs, other routes in, and it's been a little while. But we're on it. It's sunny and lovely here in Barcelona. Oh, I bet it is, Xavier. Making me jealous. Too bad you're working. I bet it's nice and sunny all year round. Nice and hot and lovely. Do you think this route is better than the Birmingham Cross City? No. Well, I mean, it's hard to compare because that one's a metro route, or metro-ish route, and this is a, well, quite a long distance express type route. But I think for detail-wise, it's got to be Birmingham Cross City, and quality-wise, Birmingham Cross City. I mean, Rivet haven't done a bad job of this. It's a pretty decent route. But I just think Cross City probably is better quality-wise. That's a tough one, really. Tough one. So only by a very slim margin. Lovely, Amanda. Then Cross City does have it sort of as well. One being, it feels very quiet at New Street, which obviously at the moment, like, I suppose not a lot can be done because there is no other routes in the game which would layer onto it, and AI and stuff. But I personally prefer Cross City. But I do like the 323. So Brighton to London Victoria, that's the best route in the game. Definitely not quality wise, but preference, my personal preference, yeah, it's the best one. There is a lot wrong with the Brighton main line, which hopefully we'll see updated at some point. That would be fantastic. That'd be interesting, class 700. There's another service, one down from I think Dunblane. So we're passing through. I think it's No, Pullman's after. Oh God, I can't remember the stations on it. What is it? It's is it no Pullman? Yeah, Pullman's first. Yeah, Pullman's first. Then it's Linlithgow. Well, no, like if you're going there. Yeah, no, it's Linlithgow's the first one for us. But if you're going the other way, it's Pullman. And we've got Falkirk High. Falkirk High, what's it after that? Then it's Lenzie. No, Croy. Falkirk High, Croy, Lenzie, Bishopbriggs, and then Queen Street. Was there 10 stations on this route, I think? Just about know this route. Hudless. Just about. It's not at the moment, Luke, no. No, if they did actually update the Brighton main line, it would have to be probably one of the biggest updates. That's just a bit like Sherman Hill. For Sherman Hill, they updated that and they added in extra bits of scenery. You know, you've got the more detail in, like, I think, Cheyenne, with like the little coaches and stuff. So I sort of hope there was a big sort of, you know, scenery changes to the BML just to make it a bit more lifelike. Stations like Three Bridges, Gatwick, they just don't look great. I mean, you can recognise them, but just the innards are a bit. Hopefully at some point. What do you think about the Dovetail games extending the Brighton main line to London Bridge or West Croydon? West Croydon, why on earth would they extend it there? London Bridge, that would be cool, but unlikely. I I mean, the Train Sim Classic BML is only Brighton to London Victoria. That is the main stretch of the Brighton main line. So I'm not really too bothered whether we see a London bridge or not. As maybe they'd bring out another route, you know, South London network or some point, and then you might see that. It's a London bridge. That'd be cool. Yeah, an East Coastway extension. I'd prefer that over a BML extension, because BML just doesn't really need to be extended. It's already not near enough the full thing. To do it from East Croydon to London Bridge would be one heck of a lot of work. So I'd much rather see an East Coastway extension. Hello, Jack. Are there any news on Leicester Nottingham? Not just yet. Yeah, not yet. Hello, Daniel. How are you as well? Welcome in. Well, the roadmap is on Thursday, I believe. So hopefully we'll see something there. Will we hear the announcements? I can play one at Linlith Go if you want. Yeah, quite a long way to go. Coasting along. Nice bit of scenery there on this route. Just been watching the F1. Lovely, Daniel. Who's winning? Yeah, the scenery looks good on it. Oh yeah, looks alright. Can have a flyby shot. There we go. I could cross 700, but it's a bit fiddly, so we'll wait until we get there. Hello, Indigo. How are you? Welcome in. Let me guess, Max. Oh, of course he did, Daniel. He's making a 385 in TPE livery, nice. Just trying to remember what you actually need to look out for coming into Linlith Go. I think there's a speed drop just before. Could be wrong though. No, it's still quite a way to go. Like 15 miles doesn't take long though. Just be steady. You're watching Liverpool, hope Liverpool win, nice. Hello Henry, how are you? Henry the Train. It's been a long time, I guess so. No, yeah, it can't be far. No, is this... What's this coming up? I don't think it is far. Oh, here it is, just here. I knew it wasn't far. Come off the brakes a bit. I saw the little sign and I was like, ah yeah, it's just here. Loop line, yeah. Well, here we are. This is Linlith Go. It's quite rapid braking into there, but I suppose we do want to be on time, don't we? And don't think there's stop markers on this side, so sort of guess when you're in the platform. Which I'd say probably around now. Let's have a little check. Yeah, we're in. Right, let's do the announcement then. Auto announce. This is
Linlith Go.
Linlith Go. Linlith Go. Let's get the doors shut. And it's Polmont next. So I think we're slow on this side. Or we're stopping at the other ones. Oh, we are stopping. Oh, okay, we're stopping at Croy as well. Right. Let's go. Last time I was in here, we lost 4-2 at home in the Carabao Cup. Oh dear. Oh yes, Oscar. How you doing, Oscar? Bammer off. Announce next station. Not now. So we've got Polmont, Falkirk High, Croy, and then Glasgow Queen Street. So ideally we should be at Glasgow in half an hour's time. Will that happen? We'll see. Yeah, good to see Oscar, I'm all good. Got a week off. Cheers, Henry. I think there is a speed reduction before Polmont, isn't there? 'Cause you've got, like, the junction what goes off, so I think it pops you down for that. Well, at least we stopped that little lift go. A viaduct across there, there's some sort of big river over there. Yeah, going at 90 miles an hour doesn't take long to, and 100 now, it does not take long to get to Polmont. Not long at all. There's the Bowness and Kennelly Railway, which I think means we're not that far off. Doesn't take long. Like I said, we are going at 85 miles an hour. Nice and careful. Yeah, you can see Oscar, I'm all good. And then Falkirk High after this, which is sort of the midpoint of the route. Well, ish. How's the AI on this route? Does it feel busy? Not really. Not really a busy route. I don't know if realistically it's much of a busy route. I think it has. No, I think because you get LNER and stuff, I think, coming along here. Oh no, you get other operators. No, not LNER. I think Avanti might. No, not sure. I know one of them goes to different places. Now, doesn't Avanti do a service to Edinburgh sometimes? Am I imagining things? But I don't think it's a busy one in real life. Or much busier. Well, not much busier at this part of the route. Now we're coming up to Polmont. It's so flat, that's your only problem with it. Almost there. Come on, bloody get us to Polmont. Not far. I mean, see this part of it here. Just round here. Hopefully. There we go. Well, this is Polmont we're coming into now. Coming in quite quickly, actually. There you go, we're all good. And it's our stop marker, probably towards the end of the platform here. Yeah, I think it's to the end. Well, we'll go to the end then. brakes are pretty stodgy on here as well. And they're all right. Here we are. A bit of a toot to wake up the neighbourhood, exactly. Have we got a double one here? Yeah, Thursday, John, I believe, the roadmap. Oh, nice Finley. Oh, not at the moment, no. Right, let's get the door shut. And then we'll get going. Do you know when we're going to have an update? What for? For the roadmap? Thursday, huh? And we're off. Oh, Vanti do Euston to Edinburgh, but due to improvement works at Carstairs they won't. Same with TransPennine. Alright. So I'm guessing that will be back in future. What's that, rush hour time they do Euston to Edinburgh? What time of day do they do that? Will this route ever be on discount on Xbox? Dunno. Probably one day. No idea when. Cool. And we're off again. Oh, does it? No idea. Maybe Tuesday then. It does, Oscar, yeah. And we know when we come up to Falkirk High, as we will, as we go into the tunnel. Oh, so every 2 hours. Okay, it's quite often then. Dynamic weather. When do you turn it off? Very long routes or very short routes? I mean, for a route like this, I probably would usually turn off dynamic weather. Well, I don't know really for this one, but I don't know. I don't do dynamic weather. It's all right. When I'm doing like a high speed route, that's the best time to have dynamic weather on, because dynamic weather tends to change very regularly. So with a high speed route, it's good. But if you're doing something like the cross city, I usually just turn it off. So otherwise it weirdly changes too much. So it's such a very short routes you turn dynamic weather off. How did I become a Dovetail Games ambassador? Just by doing what I'm doing right now for a very long time. I see a train gate. Oh, so some start at Birmingham. Oh no, yeah. Wait, what? I'm guessing the ones which go via New Street go to Glasgow, and the ones which go via the Trent Valley go to Edinburgh. Would that be right? It's a bit fiddly, class 700, probably not, but we'll do it once we get to Falkirk High. I can't hear it raining in the tunnel. I can hear it raining. And here we are, this is Falkirk High, which we come out to. And I think there is still markers here as well, so try and stop on them, preferably. I don't think so, Oscar. I don't think so. They're not automatic. I don't think they're automatic. Unless anyone has found a way to make the announcements automatic. I think they are just manual. Really dodgy, these trains, trying to look out for the stop marker. Here we are. Not too bad, only sort of 30 odd seconds behind. Let's do that. Oh, what's that one gonna do?
Please take extra care when getting on and off trains.
Oh, is that gonna go through them all? Oh no. Let's see. Let's do the next station. No, ScotRail service. There you go. No idea claimed. Apparently Matt said it might take slightly longer on like his charity stream. Who knows? No, I want to be on the DAS screen. Oh, just one of the bloody ones. There you go. Right, Croy next. And let's go. So it is Croy next on this miserable morning in Scotland. And near enough the very tip top of the UK. Well, not really. Goes way further up. Had the update for this come out yet? Not just yet. Yeah, not yet. I've just realised the rain only goes against the windscreen when you're stopped. Because now it's not going against it now when we're moving. That's weird. Weird way. Yeah, I don't know. Getting that up. What's everyone playing on this Sunday afternoon? Maybe you're on Trenton World, on Fernbus. What's everyone playing? What's your go-to game this afternoon? Well, they're meant to be patching. Well, something like that, Oscar, where the rain's not going against the windscreen for some bizarre reasons, and the tunnel lighting issues. I suppose probably missing stop markers. The train sounds. I think they've actually gone out and got some fresh sounds. I think in the one of the thingamajiggies they said they were going to go out and get some fresh sounds for the 385, or some certain fresh sounds. So yeah, that sort of stuff. My TV broke. That's all I got. Let's see, claim Hogwarts Legacy, lovely. And we know when we're coming up to Croy, you go through that big sort of cut-in of stone. So it's quite easy to know when we're coming up to there. Obviously, ideally you want to brake before that cut-in. Should fairly soon have the line join up on our right from Stirling and Falkirk Grahamston. Ooh, I don't know about most buggiest. There's been worse. Let's see, train gate. It's a good point. What has been sort of the worst launch of a route on Trenton World? Sort of bugs, just everything, just like how? I'm just trying to think. Sort of route launches haven't really gone down well. Broomstick Simulator. I mean, BML did have its challenges, didn't it, at launch? I mean, there's certain trains, you know, the 187, that had a very rough, bumpy start. I don't know. Oh yes, Oscar. I'll have to Croy with them fast to Queen Street. Yeah, nice to be back on this route though. It's been over a month. 1 month, 1 day. You'd say when they did the rush hour routes. Fair enough. Well, I think Boston Sprinter or Boston Providence, that went down fairly. I don't think there was really any big issues with that. I mean, yeah, I know the journey mode where you crashed into a shed, but that's journey mode. On one of the odd ECS services. And you had Navico Dresden, which I think was alright. It's got BML's got to be up there. And that was crashing a lot and just, yeah. Signals were broken on Boston Providence. That's true, yeah, where you could, is that where you can call up behind another train? Because I think that actually does happen in real life on that section, which is really weird and really unsafe. But I think 2 trains can share the same signal section on that part of the North East Corridor in real life. You just have to be really careful. Yeah, Cross City, that is true. Cross City probably was one of the best releases from the start. I don't think I had any issues with that. Fair enough, claim to ruck. Yeah, it's true. I don't think there was actually any issues with, well, any big issues with Cross City. Yeah, that probably actually was one of the best launches and one of the more recent ones, so good. The new North East Corridor, I think people's problems with that is the amount of services and Pantocraft, and I think that's about, no, there's a couple other bits, but I think that's gone down fairly well, sort of, you know, smooth ice. And I don't think it doesn't crash or anything, it doesn't have any game breaking issues. Right, I think we're approaching Trovo. I think we're about to go into the cutting. Yeah. I think the new North East Corridor, that's gone down alright as well. I mean, there's a few more issues on that than what there was with BCC, but not, you know, bad. Exactly, Daniel, yeah. What's the next stop? The next stop will be Croy. Lovely, Damien. Yeah, I hope in the Midland Main Line's good. I think the hype for it is, you know, everybody's, Midland Main Line. This is great. It's on this corner just after this. I think the Midland Main Line will be a fairly smooth release as well. I just think, as they know everybody's really hyped for it, they'll be like, right, we need to make this right. That is by Skyhook though, so I suppose you have got to give them a little bit of slack. They are probably quite a small studio. That's also sort of similar for Rivet as well. They're quite a small studio. Well, I think Skyhook's smaller, I think. The train suddenly reverses. Oh dear. That is an odd one. Really need to get those brakes on. Yeah, the 158 will hopefully be good. I wonder what the HST will be like with the VP185 sounds. If it has the same sounds as the GWE one, ooh, so yeah, hopefully that's done right. And I think we're getting the Cummins 185, aren't we? Not the yes, Cummins, not Perkins. Actually, I've got both of them on Train Simulator. So I have to give them a go again at some point on that route on the Midland Main Line. Cool. Right, let's go. The thing is though, AP don't actually do the sounds for it. Well, a bit like with the Electro Stars on the Brighton Main Line. Dovetail buy the sounds of AP, but they're the raw sounds. So the sounds, I suppose, AP's gone out and recorded himself. So all the mixing is done by Dovetail Games. So it can sound different to the actual AP one, as the mixing and stuff like that's done by Dovetail, not by AP. They just buy the raw sounds of AP. So some things could be different. Yeah, I prefer the Cummins one. And let's go. Getting that up. The next station stop is Glasgow Queen Street. Fair enough, Callum. I think if the 700 were to come out, that would be like the most like crucial DLC to get right, as they know sort of how many people know the 700 well, because it's all over, you know, sort of the whole London is like just the 700. So the amount of people who know the 700, you know, well, I think that would definitely be the most crucial DLC release for Train Sim World. Will be the 700. Now, you know, if they do that, they need to get it spot on. So many people know that train, so many people have been on it. And just because it's sort of a staple of third rail. Oh yes. You reckon the Midland Main Line will be released by the end of March? Fair enough. I think it's going to be longer. I reckon it's going to be April, May time. I mean, it's because we only got, what was it, one screenshot of it. I still think that's a long way off. Yeah, maybe. Let's say they couldn't release the 700 the way they released it on Train Sim Classic. As a Train Sim Classic 700 is just, the model's good, but the sounds are horrific. So if they were to do the 700 on Train Sim World, I suppose that's got a much more voicier, a much more louder community. It's got to be near enough spot on. And I can actually say something about it as well, as I've been on that. I go on that train all the time. So use AP sounds like the Dovetail games, probably. Well, I don't know if they'd use AP sounds or not, it depends, I suppose. So it'd probably be quite easy to access the 700 sounds as it's on, well, they run through Chatham. I suppose they could buy the AP sounds. Yeah, the 700 sounds better on DC. Well, obviously performs better on AC though. Awesome, Damien. That's a long way to this. Well, must be Lindsay coming up. Lindsay must be coming up soon. I thought you meant in real life. Xavier, I thought you meant in real life. I swear your profile picture changes colours. I swear at the beginning it was a pinky colour, now it's, yeah it was a pinky, unless it's another account, now it's a blue. That really confuses me. I see it as pink and then I see blue and I'm like, is that another Xavier with the same name? You're going to be at Brighton, which one should you do? I prefer doing Seaford, yeah go Seaford, in the 313. Fair enough, Damien. Do you think the 700 sounds annoying in third run? Wow. Right, Crazy Dash. How you doing, Crazy Dash, anyway? The AC sounds, you just don't really hear much of. I don't know what the word for it would be, but it's just... Well, I suppose if you don't like the 700 DC sounds, Crazy Dash, you wouldn't like the 444 or the 450. Or even something like the 350. That sounds similar-ish to the other ones. Even though that's on AC. Oh, that's all good, Xavier. Yeah, that'll be cool. Even if not a drivable one. I reckon if they did the 700, they would do it as a southeastern high-speed DLC. Because then everybody could, everyone could get last gen, next gen, PC, everyone could play it. Because the Southeastern High Speed probably would be able to run it, decently with all the extra services. But I think for the Brighton mainline, if they had services on there, surely that could only be next gen and PC only. Yeah, I see Crazy Dash doing good, that's good then. So I don't think last gen would be able to handle extra services on the Brighton mainline. I mean, you already can't have the layers on the BML on last gen because it would completely just make it lag. So I doubt you'd see it. Yeah, I suppose as a last gen player, I doubt you'd see the 700 on the BML. I just don't think it would work. It would probably just crash it. Just trying to think how next gen would fare with it as well. That'd be alright-ish. Bit tough one though. Oh, lovely. Very nice, Oscar. There's Bishop Briggs. Oh, that's true, Crazy Dash. I suppose, yeah, it would have to be upgraded, wouldn't it? Is that what the Cellar? Well, actually, no, the Cellar was a DLC for Boston Province. That's why it had the upgrades. Yeah, hopefully we'd see some upgrades to the BML with the new lighting and stuff, if that was the case. Cheers, Xavier. It comes down to 70, then down to 50, I think. You think the 700's coming to Train Sim World? I mean, it seems like a fairly likely DLC, considering there's 2 routes which it could be on, and also being one of the, I suppose, most popular requested trains. I think it would be silly not to think it's coming. But no, I suppose time will tell, we'll wait and see. Other Sims and stuff. Do you think Brighton Mainline will have an expansion to London Bridge? No. That is bonkers amount of work. No, I don't think we'd see the BML to London Bridge. I don't blame them, really. That would probably just completely make the route unstable even more. Well, not even more, but just, yeah, London Bridge would be busier than Victoria, probably. So it's not worth doing. Because imagine last gen and London Bridge. I just don't see it worth doing. How would I feel if 700 came to Train Sim World? Well, it'd be great, wouldn't it? off yet, Oscar. A long way off. It is, yeah. You got the shards, you got all the high rises. And you are on a bridge as well, coming into London Bridge. So you sort of, I suppose you'd have to see more of the scenery further out, and you've got all the, you know, Canary Wharf you can see when you're on the train. It's just too much, I suppose. It'd be too much. I mean, the most worthy route of getting an extension would be East Coast Way to All. That would be just super fantastic, seeing an East Coast Way extension to All. That would be one of the best things. Alright, Omar. Hello, Alpha, how are you? London Bridge would be better with a South London network route. Yeah. Or something like, you know, the line down to Hastings from London Bridge or something. You closed the door there on the right, Alpha. Is that what you're going to say? So we might have to stop, actually. Possibly. Let's put that down. Oh, don't want to upset the train. Eastbourne to London via Lewis. I can't see that ever happening. Doesn't seem much point, really. I mean, it would be cool, yeah, it would be cool to see the Kemah branch in, or Withersfield to Lewis, but it just doesn't really seem worthwhile. I mean, what route would you add it on to? East Coast Way or the Brighton Main Line? Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, that would be fantastic, actually. You like London Reading, but it's so short. I doubt you'd see that extended. Such an old route. I mean, East Coast Way is oldish, but not, you know, a couple of years newer than Great Western. Fair enough, Sim. I think if I did Great Western, I would just completely redo it. Fair enough, Dan. Maybe do it modern day of an IET or something. Fair enough, Alpha. It's a nice route. It does have its, you know, issues there and there, but it is nice overall. And there we go. That is Glasgow Queen Street. That was an enjoyable journey, that was. Yeah, that would be cool. Ooh, London to Bristol, that sounds like quite a way. How many miles would that be? 70 or so? Probably more than that. Probably slightly further back there. Not a fan of the brakes on this one. Right. Let's set that to tails. No, just didn't go to tails. Right. I'll see how it is. Get me on tails. What? It's got something against tails there. There we go. That's better. Yeah, slightly. Probably gone quite a bit closer there, but that would do. Yeah, we could crazy dash. But that is going to be quite a bit then. That is going to be everyone for today's trains. Which 700-0-1 for Train Sim World. I mean, ideally you'd want to see both, wouldn't you? Because if it was with South Eastern High Speed, it would be a -0, as they run the Luton to Rainham services. And then if there was BML services, it would really have to be the -1, because the -0 does run on the BML, but not as much as the -1. But yeah, that is going to be everyone for today's Train Sim World live stream. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. 135, what one's that one? I like the NHS one. That's a good one. They need to make a Poppy one, Poppy 700. They've got all of the other special ones, but not a remembrance one. The remembrance livery is always the most important one, so we need to see one of them on a 700. But anyway, thanks for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. See you all, and take care. Bye, guys.